Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. It has been open for less than a year, and already the Indiana IoT Lab is bursting at the seams. Some 17 companies call the first of its kind space in Fisher's home. Since the grand opening last March, 50 IoT events have been held there, attracting more than 3,000 people. And very soon, the inaugural State of IoT report will be released, which is expected to have some revealing statistics about an industry that many feel is really right in Indiana's sweet spot. For more, let's chat now with the founder and the CEO of the Indiana IoT Lab, John Wechsler. John, as always, welcome.
Thank you, Gary.
All right, let's start off. Coming up on 1 year next month, doesn't seem like it, but 1 year since the IoT Lab opened in Fishers. If you had to put a headline or give one big takeaway to this first year, what would it be?
Gary, first of all, thanks for having me. I would say that Indiana has a real opportunity here to lead in the next generation of the economy that we see developing here. If you look at our traditional strengths of making things, moving things, and growing things, manufacturing, distribution, and ag, all of that is going to be radically transformed in the coming decades by infusing internet-based technologies, IoT, Internet of Things, into those traditional industries. We really have a unique opportunity here to lead in the future.
For those who don't know, and many don't, what is, in a sense, essentially, what is IoT and how big of an industry can this be?
Great question. It's first of all, John McDonald at Clear Object calls it the Internet of Everything, right? And it's basically the biggest thing since anything. And if you look at Nest thermostats and Alexa and Fitbit, self-driving vehicles, all of those use IoT technologies at their core, 5G technologies and the sensors and controls that make all that go. That is the Internet of Things, which is going to touch basically every part of our lives. Forecast to be about a $3 trillion industry in the mid-2020s. This is a huge part of our economy going forward.
17 companies already have operations at the IoT Lab. Clear Object, Novel Bits, IU has a big presence there, a number of diverse companies and organizations. Talk about what goes on there, because you have a lot of different moving parts at the lab.
And that is what's so exciting to me, is to see Indiana University come into the mix, and Allegiant and Comcast, the city of Fishers basically stepping up with Mayor Fadness signing up to be the first municipally funded IoT lab in the country. We bring all those stakeholders together to focus on some research, but also product development. So it's a place where someone can come with an idea, and we can take that idea forward into a prototype or a rough minimum viable product to take out to the market to try to fund and create a company out of that.
How about connectivity? This is not just a central Indiana thing. There are really connections being made around the state. Talk about the potential for this really becoming a statewide initiative.
That's very encouraging to me. We see across all parts of the state really unique opportunities to capitalize on our traditional strengths in industry. So whether you're talking about materials in the Evansville area, or batteries where the BIC and Crane is headquartered, or healthcare up in Fort Wayne, ag in the Heartland area with Purdue, and then right here in Indianapolis at 16 Tech, I would expect there will be some really cool things happening. But each of these communities has a unique opportunity to capitalize on their traditional strengths, but then add Internet of Things into those industries, and that's what's going to make it special as we come together.
Yeah, and you talk about the State of IoT. The inaugural State of IoT report is about to be released, will be released. Here it is next month. What can we expect to come out of this report?
Well, there's a ton on the breadth of what we have available in our state. And when you look at organizations coming together to issue the first of its kind, we have a website called the State of IoT. We're capitalizing on not only telling the story of the state of IoT in our communities, but we want Indiana to be known as the State of IoT. Yeah. So, I think we do a really good job in this report of reporting some statistics, but also some really good stories about where we think this is going to lead.
Final, only have 20 seconds, but this first year of the IoT Lab, does it give you confidence that Indiana will embrace this? Because sometimes we as a state tend to be a little slow to do these things. Does this give you encouragement that that can happen?
It does, and I think it's really vital to our long-term success here. If you look at communities throughout the state that are looking for strategies to continue to attract their best and brightest, I think the innovation economy really provides that. So when you look at entrepreneurship as the core of a thriving community, I think IoT provides a great opportunity.
All right, John Wechsler, IoT Lab, 1 year, big report coming out next month. Thanks as always.
Thanks, Gary.
All right.